it's Ace and I am back for another video. We're going to do a quick review on one of the yarns that I've been using from my yarn collection lately, and that is the Lionbrand Heartland yarn. If you've seen some of my check-in videos, you have seen me make the Delilah cardigan with it. I've had some mistakes, it's been a process. I've kind of fallen out of love with the cardigan, but I'm pushing through, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with this yarn. And so this yarn from Lionbrand is 100% acrylic. It's super soft and super fluffy, and it works up pretty easily. It is a number 4 medium weight yarn. It's 5 ounces and 142 grams in a skein of yarn. Generally it's between $4 and $5 if you get it on sale. Regular price, it's like $6 or $7, but again, never buy yarn without a coupon, especially from big box stores like Michael's or Joann's. Each skein comes with 251 yards, and it recommends a number 6 millimeter crochet hook or 5.5 millimeter needles. It's completely machine washable and dryable. And one of the big things that I have noticed with this, now granted I am using it, and I'll show you guys the cardigan, I am using it with a very distinct stitch that is super heavy. So this yarn, in my opinion, is pretty heavy compared to some of the other yarns that I've seen. For example, I pulled this big twist yarn out of my collection. It was one of the free ones that I got as part of that Facebook haul. I'll link up that video for you guys, that Facebook Marketplace haul. And this is 100% recycled acrylic, and it's 290 yards and 3.5 ounces. So 5 ounces, 3.5 ounces, and 290 yards, and this is 251 yards. So this is much lighter. So if I were to do the same cardigan and the same stitch, it would have been a lot lighter. So I wish I'd done probably a little bit more homework before I just dove right into this. But nonetheless, it will still be a great cardigan. But one of my big recommendations in working up this Heartland yarn is to be very intentional on your project and choosing the right project. I think this would have been fine in a lighter stitch, like a single crochet, double crochet, or something that's not too yarn intensive. But once you get into kind of like these, I forget what this stitch is actually called. It's like, it's not a puff stitch, but it's something similar, and it makes me yarn over, I think, 2 or 3 times. So it's a lot of yarn in this cardigan, and it's super heavy, which is kind of one of the reasons why I kind of am falling a little bit out of love with it. I definitely messed up on it. I added in extra rows, so that's making it heavier. Generally, it's a heavier cardigan, and the yarn is one of the reasons, the stitch is one of the reasons. And so when you're doing something, be very intentional about what you're going to be making with that yarn, and do better than me. Try to be a little bit more thoughtful and think about what yarn you want to use. The pattern actually called for the Lionbrand blue jean yarn, but I couldn't get that, and so I settled on this yarn. I really like the colorways in the Heartland yarn. A lot of the colors are heathered, and I really like that. I settled on this kind of deserty sand color, and so but other than that, I don't have any other complaints other than it's a really heavy yarn. It works up really easily in single crochets. If you can kind of see my stitch here, that's just a couple rows of single crochet, and just so you can kind of see, it does work up really easily The yarn does work up really easy, really fast, and I didn't find too much splitting, and I know that that is a big concern. I've been using those Clover or more hooks, the bigger one. I can't remember the size that I'm using for this project, but at least a 6.5. I'm using a 6.5 millimeter for that project, and so I find it doesn't split, so that's a really good positive about it, and it does work up pretty fast. You do get a decent amount of yarn in the ball or in the skein, and so that is good. Just my number one complaint is it's a really heavy yarn, so just do your homework and find the right project for it, and I think you'll win. And so that is kind of my thoughts on this Lionbrand Heartland yarn. What have you tried this yarn before? What do you think about it? Put your comments in below. Put your comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback on the yarn. If you liked this video or you like any of my other videos, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. We are 27 subscribers away from 100, and I'm really thankful for those of you that are currently subscribed. If you're not, consider subscribing so that you can be alerted when I upload videos like this. I've been doing yarn reviews about the yarn that I've been using in my stash. I've been taking you along on my beginner yarn journey. I've been doing some yarn hauls. I've been trying new things, new gadgets, new hooks, new techniques, new yarn dyeing. I have a lot of fun videos planned in the future, like some more yarn dyeing, some knitting, some Tunisian crochet, and I'd love for you to join me along on my process and my journey. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, friends. I will see you in the next video. Bye now.